Let's see. You also said you think it's hard for lots of people to date nowadays because we all have so much accessibility to so many people that a lot of people think they can always have something better instead of trying to really deeply bond and understand somebody else. Well, you've been in a relationship for 3 years, right? So did you, I mean, is that something you experienced prior to your relationship, Kayla?
Just also like friends, like one of my friends, they talk about their relationships a lot. And I think people don't put in the work, like keep trying when they're in a relationship, because they think, oh, I can deserve better, I can do better, and then you don't realize, like, later on when you break up with them, like months down the line, that you actually weren't being treated that bad, and that the dating pool was actually
like
shitty.
The grass is
I see.
You don't know what you have until it's gone. Men are literally crazy. I've heard a man like literally say to me like, who like would cheat on their girl all the time, and like he
Rip. Maddie, can you get that? Continue.
He literally said like, oh, I can go out here and like cheat as much as I want, and then like go up to my girl and straight lie to her face, and she will never know. Like, I'm just that good at manipulation. I'm like, okay. And like and like, so I don't know, I think just like men are literally like delusional in certain ways. That's why when I hear something like that now, like when I see a man, like I just know like they just aren't, they don't think right, you know what I mean?
But are they wrong?
I want to like add something and bring it back with like full love and respect, but you also said that you're delusional.
Yes, true, but that doesn't mean my delusions are mean or rude or damaging, you know?
Yeah. Have you, it sounds like a lot of the people you've met have been very, like, questionable. Where do you normally, like, meet people?
Shoot, I guess, like, probably at, like, music shows or, like, through, like, friends and stuff, or, like, DMing on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. But anyways, like, are they wrong, though?
What do you mean?
Like, that they can go cheat, go up to their girlfriend.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Like, yeah, no, I know.
They find enjoyment out of it. He literally told me he finds enjoyment in the fact that it's wrong. Like they like it to feel wrong.
Yeah.
You know? That brings them joy.
My brother is one of those guys.
I think those type of men are typically
really
emotionally broken, and they know what type of women are going to let themselves, and I don't want to say let themselves, but it's like they target emotionally unwell women, so that way they basically get them hooked on this chaos, and they know that it's going to be in their...
but they'll literally like the girl won't like know, or if she knows, she'll
lie to herself.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's not all men, but those type of men, they know who to go for, basically, and those type of women tend to only go for the men who like want that chaos, basically. That's why if you feel a guy's boring, maybe that's good, and you should push through that way you're not led by emotion, which is typically what ends relationships, which is like, oh, I'm not feeling it anymore, and it's like you don't feel it all the time. So that's kind of my 2 cents.
Yeah, I
feel like opposites are like good sometimes though.
Yeah, I think that could play into like the Coolidge effect as well, if Jan wants to explain that.
Oh, like the Coolidge effect, like with like the porn, and like how like porn affects your brain.
Well, how like the addiction with like the dopamine,
like the dopamine
and, like,
receptors. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it completely makes sense. It completely makes sense that there are individuals that are actually actively frying their brains chemically with either the porn they're consuming on the side, whatever flirting they might be doing at, in their personal time, and whatever. So I think that a lot of individuals can operate in a similar sadistic way, but they write off their sadism as acceptable because, well, I mean, I'm not this bad. I'm not actually out there doing this, when it is just as damaging.
No, there was this one guy that I knew that just kind of sent me spiraling, because it was like he was trying to do that whole baiting thing where it's like trying to love bomb you, basically, where it's like they try to give you the flattery, the whole... I've never kind of... I don't know, I've always seen that as being just kind of stupid. But what annoyed me was that he would excuse things that were just awful. Like, he had a thing for having intercourse with, like, married women. And he said that it was, like, super attractive to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the things that people like that will normalize, and then the way that they'll emotionally manipulate women who are emotionally unwell, it's something that needs to have a level of awareness risen, because right now all that's happening is just glamorization, romanticization of that, being like, oh, that's what, for example, I imagine in the case of your parents, since they have that sort of like intense, sort of chaotic relationship, you are also that loyal, that devoted, that sort of like, I'll never give up on you.
Yeah.
But you have it in a way where it's not organized, and it's not in a way where it's like, these are the bullet points that I need from a relationship. You have it in a way where it's like, as long as you're sticking with me, no matter what you do to me, I'll be there for you. And men typically won't value that. They won't appreciate that. They'll just find someone else that they can get another thrill from, basically.
Definitely. In my last relationship, I was cheated on like all the time, but like I just felt like I loved them so much that the hurt that of getting out of it would be like 10 times worse than like
That's manipulation.
It's the drug. It's like a drug addiction. You are addicted to their like emotional input, their like company. You're attached to them, but you don't actually love them because love doesn't equal
I don't know.
pain
Feels
ever.
like you love them.
It's like a Stockholm syndrome.
It's like you think
Yeah, exactly.
you
It's
can
like kind of
love
like
them
Stockholm
enough.
syndrome, I suppose, where it's like love is supposed to be a feeling where you feel grateful for the person. It's not supposed to be a feeling where are they with another woman right now? I need them so badly. If you need that, it's
I mean, and that's the thing about forgiveness. I feel like I'm able to forgive and forget almost instantaneously, just because, like, I don't know. I feel like if you dwell, hold grudges, it only keeps down your energy. And like, literally, I'm so focused on like trying to just like live my most like positive like life and mindset that like I just like I really sincerely don't care.
There's like a lack of like, and excuse me once again, it's like a measure of a lack of standards. It's like, yes, you shouldn't hold grudges. Yes, you shouldn't be resentful. But the fact that you're like basically DMing guys first, basically asking them to love you, forgiving them isn't necessarily forgiving them. It's just looking the other way and hoping that they'll give you something that they're basically too broken inside to give you.
Yeah.
Going to Zombrie here, Bree.